Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Today we have all kinds of different things in this video. We have cleaning motivation, we are wrapping some gifts, both birthday and Christmas. We are doing a grocery haul. We're doing some holiday baking, very easy recipes that I'll share with you. We're doing some Christmas decorating, basically all of the Christmas vibes in this video. If you like this kind of content, and you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. We are going to start this day off right by making the bed. Now, this is something I try to do every day. I do not always get to it, but it does always feel so good when my bed is made. And I try to do it first thing in the morning, but I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times I start downstairs in my main living area and kitchen first and then work my way upstairs. But today I got dressed first because I was filming. So we are making the bed first and then picking up some stuff in the bedroom, and then we will move on. Since I'm already working upstairs, I'm going to go ahead and work on the master bathroom. And as you can see, it has been quite a few days since I have wiped down our sinks and our mirrors. And we are a splashing family. If you guys are one too, you know what that means. But basically, when we wash our hands, brush our teeth, shave our faces, just kidding, my husband's the only one who shaves his face, we splash water and stuff all over the sink, and that means I end up having to wipe it down all of the time, otherwise it looks like this. So I'm just going to pick up all the things that need to get put away, and then I'm going to give everything a really good wipe down. It's also been a couple of days since I have cleaned the mirror, and again we splash and we splatter toothpaste and stuff like that, so it needs a good wipe down. I'm also going to go ahead and take care of rinsing off our electric toothbrushes. Those get kind of messy sometimes as water drips onto them, so I do like to give them a good wipe down every so often. So I'm going to do that and then just basically make it tidy in here. Also, we're going to switch out towels today. We try to do this at least once a week, so you'll see me replace our towels as well. When I work in our bathroom, I do end up splitting the counter kind of in half in an imaginary line. I don't know why I do this. Instead of cleaning the entire counter at once, I always do my husband's sink first, his side of the mirror, and then I come back and do my side of the sink, and then my side of the mirror. Doesn't necessarily make sense, but it is what I do, and it works, so whatever. Just thought I'd mention that because it was kind of funny that I went from one sink to the mirror and now to the other sink, and then I'll do the mirror again. When I could have done it all at once, but I don't know. His mess is separate from mine, I guess. So I'm gonna get ready to go to Walmart and get a couple of things that I need to make some Christmas treats. And I need to look for some yarn because a friend of mine wants me to make a chunky blanket, only it's been really hard to find chunky yarn this year. I'm not sure why. So I'm gonna go to Walmart, hopefully they have it. And before I go, I want to package my father-in-law's birthday gift. His birthday is next week. Normally I would send his gift with their Christmas gifts, but I'm still waiting on a couple of packages for them. So I want to send it all together, their Christmas stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and send his birthday stuff separate, but I wanted to show you real fast what we got him. So for birthday gifts, I usually try to do a couple of like smaller things that I just know that they'll like. So he's a big chocolate lover. So I found this chocolate set at Costco and it's like huge. It's got 46 pieces of chocolate, all kinds of different kinds. So I'm hoping he likes this. It should last for a little while anyway. So I got him this, and then I also got him this Brain Games book. It's CSI like brand, but it's not technically like all about, like it's like crime themed, I guess you could say. I don't know that he's necessarily into CSI type stuff, but I thought the riddles were kind of cute, and like it's not like gory or anything. So I just figured this might be a fun way to spend some time, especially, you know, during 2020. But then like it has all those puzzles, and then in the back of it, it does have the answers so that you know if you got it right, or if you're stuck, you can flip to the back and look. But I just thought that that was a really fun gift. And should keep him occupied for a while. So I'm gonna get that ready to ship so I can ship that when I run out to Walmart. Since this is a present for just my father-in-law for his birthday, I figured I would just kind of wrap it in tissue in the box instead of wrapping like the book and the chocolate separately. For one, the chocolate already is kind of like in wrapping with the bow. And it just like still feels like a gift. Like when he opens the box, this will be his gift, if that makes sense. So that is why I'm doing this. And then we're gonna add a card in on top and go ahead and just ship it like that. Okay guys, here's my little quick haul of what I just picked up at Walmart. So most of the stuff is for like the treats that I'm baking today, which I'm going to share a couple of recipes with you. And then some of it is for Christmas. So I'll start over here. This stuff is for my kids, like Christmas stockings. I already have a couple of like things that are not candy related to put in them, but I had to round it out with a little bit of treats. So I got these Sour Punch straws. These were like $1 each, and they're a really good size. These Kisses candy canes, Nerds gummy clusters, which is like those Nerds sticks, but these are like the little bite-sized ones, which is kind of cool. And then these Russell Stover caramel chocolate things. So those will go in their stockings. And then I got these Pyroline, I'm not even sure if that's how it's pronounced, but I'm gonna make a charcuterie board on Christmas, and I was gonna put some of those on it. I thought it would look really cute. I got some Snyder's of Hanover pretzels, some roasted and salted pecans, a bag of Rolos. I got myself a little treat of chocolate covered cherries because I love these, and it's like the only time I ever splurge on them is for Christmas, because you know what, mom needs a treat too. So I picked myself up those. That has nothing to do with the things I'm making, just extra. I also got these red skin Spanish peanuts. I'm gonna make some peanut brittle with those. I probably won't do that today, but I try to make it every year just because I love it. And then I got some vanilla cream wafer cookies and also some iced brownie bites. So that's what I got for groceries. And then I ended up finding this yarn. I got 7 of these. I had like 3 other packs that's gonna fill out the rest of the blankets. I'm making 2, but this is the only color they have, and I am having the worst time trying to find yarn this year. So hopefully off-white is okay for my friend, because that's all they had. So we're outside now. We're gonna go ahead and put up our Christmas lights outdoors. I already decorated all the inside, but outside is always the last thing to do for me, and sometimes I don't even get around to it, let's be honest. But It's beautiful out today. It's like 57 degrees. I'm almost like hot in my coat, but we're gonna work and as long as we can while we have daylight, because we will only have like 2 more hours. So we're gonna be as quick as we can. Hopefully we can get it all done. So we added lights to all of our bushes out front, and now I'm going to add our Christmas wreath. I actually made this year with just like stuff that I had left over from other decor. And then I'm going to move over to this little basket here. This is just always sitting on my front porch, so I thought I would decorate it just to kind of make it festive, but also to kind of hide some of the cords and the little timer that's hanging there, just because it gets a little ugly the way you like see all the cords and the lights and stuff from doing lights, and I'm not an expert and I don't know how to hide that kind of stuff. So I'm adding a couple of signs too, and then because I thought the signs were just a little bit like they needed a little bit extra, I'm going to take a little bit of this pine garland that I had, it's just extra, and kind of weave it across it. It's not anything fancy, but it gave it a little something extra, and I ended up liking the way it turned out. So I had this hanging planter from some summer plants that were like annuals and died out, and I also had these fake poinsettias that I have had for years, but I didn't have anywhere to use them this year. So I thought I would take out the dead plant and then add in the poinsettias, set that by my door, and it looks like real ones, but I don't have to worry about them getting ruined in the weather. So here is our front porch and our lights all done. I really love the way it turned out. It's a little more than I usually do. Like every year, I don't normally decorate this much on the front porch just because, you know, it doesn't really get seen. But I'm glad I did it this year. It's a kind of a fun thing when I walk out the door and see it. So I'm going to do a quick cleanup of the kitchen before I start on the treats, just because I like to work with a clean slate. And I'm also going to go ahead and put away this stuff because that's like leftover from decorating outside, and I just want a kind of like a picked up dining room. It's a disaster. And then in a little bit we need to wrap my daughter's Secret Santa gift. Her and her friends are doing like a little gift exchange, like $15, and we have to have this delivered soon. So we're gonna get that wrapped up today too, so I can get that off of my table. So while I was downstairs, I like saw my card holder. I forgot that I had pulled that out when I got my signs out from outside. So I thought I would share this with you. This is like how we hang our holiday cards. I got this a few years ago. Well, it's been several years ago now, from a craft fair. And like, it's so cute. Hold on, I'll show you. So this is it. It's probably like 4 feet high, and it's actually just like a little wood, like a 2x4 or 1x4. I don't even know what those are called, but there's like a ribbon, like a burlap ribbon that's stapled across it, and then they like attached a finial to the top, and then this little like embellishment with the Merry Christmas. And then there's just these little like clothespin things, and this is how you like hook your cards onto this. This is just like a really cute way to display your Christmas cards every year. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that up because we've already received a few cards. So now that the kitchen's all cleaned up, I'm gonna go ahead and start on our Christmas treats. I have 3 different recipes to show you. 2 of them are just so easy. The third one is actually really easy too, but it's a little bit more in depth than the first 2. So let's go ahead and get started. So for the first recipe, you're gonna need a pretzel. I just did these mini pretzels. I usually get those square ones that look like waffles, but they don't have them right now. So these are what I'm going to use as mini pretzels, and then you need Rolos and then some pecan, like the halves, pecan halves. So the first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 250 degrees. Like, we don't want it really warm because you're just barely going to melt the chocolates. Next thing you're going to do is take like a lined cookie sheet and spread out as many pretzels as you want to make on here. Next, you're just going to add a Rolo to the top of every pretzel. This is like the easiest little treat to make, and it is one of my family's very favorites. If you've never done this before, you need to try it. I swear to you, you will love it. It's like that perfect mixture of both sweet and salty. Now you're going to pop those in the oven for about 3 to 4 minutes. Once they're done, you're going to go ahead and pull them right out of the oven, and you don't want to wait for them to cool. You still want the chocolate to be warm. And you're going to take your pecan halves and then just press them down into the chocolate and caramel on the treats. Now you can let these just sit and harden, or you can throw them in the freezer or the refrigerator to harden quicker. For this next recipe, you need some vanilla cream wafers, and then some white chocolate chips, and some sort of like Christmas sprinkles or sugars or whatever that you want to add to it. Okay guys, this is another crazy easy treat recipe. So what you're going to do is take a cup of white chocolate chips, and you're going to melt them in the microwave. You want to do like half power, 30-second increments, and then stir it in between because you don't want to burn your chocolate. If your chocolate gets burnt, it will taste disgusting. Trust me, I know. And then once it's all melted, and don't like melt them all the way, like just stir them basically until they're melted, if that makes sense, because otherwise you risk burning it. And then once it's all melted, you're going to take and dip your wafer cookies into the white chocolate. And as those are still like wet, you want to sprinkle on whatever sugars or sprinkles that you want to add to it to decorate it. So we are actually back with day 2 of this. I just couldn't get everything done on my list yesterday. That's okay. This is like real life. I cannot get it all done. I'm not even going to pretend like I can. I am not Superwoman. I don't want you to watch my channel and think that I'm just like some overachiever who's like the perfect mom or the perfect housewife. I hope that you do not get that kind of impression from me, because that is far from the truth. I'm hoping I present a fairly realistic view of how mom life and wife life is actually done, if that makes sense. So we're on to day 2. I still have a bunch of laundry to do, so I'm going to go ahead and fold this stuff, and then I'm going to move on to my dining room because I have like one last thing that I have to do for Christmas decorating that's like one of my favorite parts, so I just can't leave it out. Okay, so we are now back in my dining room. I had wanted to do this when I did my decorate with me, like initially when I did all my decorating, but I could not find like an extra charging square to be able to do these lights. So I got these curtain lights last year. I actually got 2 packs of them from Amazon. They're my favorite part of my Christmas decor because it's like it brings lights into my dining room where I normally wouldn't have them. It makes the whole house just feel festive. I don't know why, but I'm obsessed with them. So I'm only using one set in my Christmas decor this year because the other set I actually gave to my daughter. She uses in her room decor like every day, and she uses them all the time. So I'm really glad I gave them to her. But I did want to put these up in the back, like I said, because it's in our dining room and there's no other Christmas lights. Like I have a lot of Christmas lights that go in my living room, like on my staircase and everything, but this is just, that extra touch for my dining room. So now that that is finally done, I'm so happy about it. We're going to go ahead and wrap my daughter's Secret Santa gift. Like I said, they had $15 that they were supposed to spend on their Secret Santa. They have a bunch of girls doing it, and basically what they're doing is they're going to drop and ditch, if that makes sense. So they're gonna like drop the gifts off, ring the doorbell, and ditch out. And then they're supposed to leave 3 clues in their card that's supposed to help their gift recipient guess who left them the gift. So it's really kind of fun, and it's something cute to do during the pandemic when they can't be together and they can't have a Christmas party and things like that. So we wanted to get this wrapped up so that we could deliver it this week. So my daughter asked me to fill out the card for her Secret Santa gift. That way the girl who gets it can't recognize her handwriting and it's harder for her to guess. So I'm writing her clues now. So the next thing we're going to make is chocolate chip snowball cookies, and this is what you're going to need. So you need, I'm only doing half of the recipe to do 24 cookies instead of 48, but you need 1¼ cup all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. You'll need extra powdered sugar for once they're done baking. You need 1/2 cup of mini chocolate chips. I did not have mini chocolate chips, so I just took regular ones and like blended them slightly so that they were kind of coarse. You'll need 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, and then you need 1/2 cup of butter softened. The first thing you're going to do is add your softened butter. Mine was like sticking to the package here, so I was like working it off. And then you have to add your 1/4 cup of powdered sugar and then also your vanilla. And then go ahead and mix this until it's like smooth and creamy. Once that's done, you're going to go ahead and add your flour and your salt. And you're going to mix this for a little while. Like, it's not a quick mix. You have to mix it until the dough sticks together. So it does take like a couple of minutes, and you'll be able to tell when it starts forming a dough. So if it's not sticking like right away, just keep mixing. Basically, you can see the consistency right here. Once it gets to the point where it's like sticking to itself and forming a dough, you want to add in your chocolate chips. Now, get the mini chocolate chips if you can. Mine, because they were like crushed up, it was like dusty and it ends up looking kind of like cookies and cream instead of like the Snowball cookies. It's fine, like it tasted good and everything like that. It just looks a little funny, so if you don't like that, that's what I would do. So then I'm just taking a spoon and just spooning out as much dough as I want, and then forming that into the balls. And like I said, this is a recipe for 24 cookies. And then I'm going to bake this on 375. I didn't mention the temperature before, but on 375 for 7 to 10 minutes. I think I did mine for 8 minutes. Once your cookies are done baking, you do want to pull them out and then let them cool enough that like you can touch them, but not cool them all the way. And then you're gonna like drop them into a bowl of powdered sugar and coat them with the powdered sugar. And then those are all done. Okay guys, that is all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you a little bit of cleaning, cooking, and basically just home life motivation. I hope you guys are having a great holiday season, and thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and be sure you're subscribed to my channel so that you never miss a video, and I will see you in the next one.